Welcome to BattleBots at Home. I'm happy to say the brand new season is underway, and we'll be having a record-breaking 64 bots competing. However, only 52 bots have currently been selected. See, we couldn't decide who to give the last 12 spots to, so we've decided to let the last bots that have not been selected fight for them. So here's how this special episode is going to work. 22 bots will fight in 11 one-on-one matches. The winners will automatically qualify and get into the main competition. The losers will have to fight amongst themselves in 2 rumbles, where the winners from each rumble will face against each other to determine who gets the 12th and last spot in the competition. By the way, little side note, unfortunately after recording all the fights and editing all the fights, I unintentionally deleted the footage for those fights, and so while I do have the fights themselves, I don't have any footage for the replays, so the fights won't have any replays afterwards, so sorry about that. My bad. Our first bot of the night is one you may remember. It's the Season 1 runner-up, Snake. Unfortunately, despite being successful in the past, last year they had a bad season and ended up going 0-3. Because of this, they didn't make the initial roster, and now they need to redeem themselves and prove that they belong with the rest. Their challenger is a slick-looking control bot known as Brick. Who will come out on top in this first round matchup? Let's find out now. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. The 2 bots go head to head. Brick gets underneath Snake. Snake fights back. Snake getting to the side of Brick. Brick's getting underneath Snake once again, using a little grabbing arm. They're really winning the ground game right now. Snake really needs to battle back here as they get underneath Brick. And pushes Brick out of the arena, and it's over. Snake will get our first spot in the main competition. Goodbye, Brick. Up next, we have the angled spinner of Hypnotizer going up against the pickaxe of Super Hot. This is sure to be an interesting matchup, so let's just get into it. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. This is sure to be an interesting fight. Hypnotizer with that big disc. Super Hot with that weird little pickaxe. Hypnotizer, very unique bot. That giant disc is unlike anything we've ever seen before. But Super Hot fighting back as they push them into the corner, into the pulverizer. Here comes the hammer of Super Hot. Super Hot, I'm not really sure why it's called that. I don't remember why it's named that. But it's not looking super hot right now. They get pushed into the screws. They're on the screws. That's a very dangerous place to be, as Hypnotizer is going to get some free shots in as they're stuck there. Hypnotizer, that disc spins so fast. Super Hot flailing that axe to try to get down, but it's not really working. And these go south real fast. Hypnotizer just trying their best. Hypnotizer just preparing, just waiting for Super Hot to get off there or get counted out, whichever comes first. As they hit into Super Hot once again, Super Hot really needs to battle back here. They haven't been doing well so far. And if they want to get into the main contest, they're going to do better. And they're doing better now as they slam Hypnotizer into the wall once again. But Hypnotizer isn't phased. They aren't scared. I think it's safe to say we know who has the deadliest weapon right here. As Hypnotizer pushes Super Hot into the screws once again, and they're back where they started. The bottom of Super Hot is getting grinded by the screws again and again, while Hypnotizer is getting some free shots on the back, and things are going from bad to worse. Super Hot. Super Hot tries to attack again. Oh, and Super Hot just splits right down the middle, split in half. One half is still working, but I think that's going to be it for now. Hypnotizer, they can sense the fear in Super Hot, and Super Hot may be super dead as we begin a countdown. And I gotta say, Hypnotizer is going to be looking impressive going to the main competition. Super Hot, not so much. Hypnotizer gets our second spot in the main competition. Super Hot will have to try later in the Redemption Rumbles. In our next fight, we have the return of Length, a grappler bot who has never had much success but has a lot of potential. They'll be fighting Optical Illusion, a beautiful looking bot which features a powerful crusher. Who will win this fight? Let's find out now. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. It's a battle between control bots. As the large grabbing arms of Length grab onto the sides of Optical Illusions, getting hit by the pulverizer. Optical Illusion trying to fight back with that Crusher, but they don't have the reach advantage. Length does, as they reach around to the sides of Optical Illusion once again. Oh, there goes the entire weapon of Optical Illusion. I'm not sure how that happened. The weapon just fell off. Was it stuck on with glue or something? I don't know. But now Length is sticking them into the side of the wall. Optical Illusion seems to be down for the count. As you can see, their wheels have come off. And in less than 30 seconds, Length, a bot that went 0-3 last season, has proven itself to be a dangerous threat as they head into the main competition. Optical Illusion, now an illusion. Length is now a bot to watch. Up next, we have Chompy. It was just a normal hammer bot, but after failing to make the tournament last season, the team has decided to upgrade it into a hammer saw with a spinning disc meant to attack overhead. Speaking of spinners, their opponent is the full-body spinner known as Smasher. What will happen when these two very different bots collide with each other? Let's find out now. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. Full body spinner versus hammer saw as Chompy fires at hammer saw, but Smasher, just smashes them right out of the arena. And, well, that's the end of that. Good job, Smasher. In our next fight, we have the best Fruit Fiend robot of all time, Banana King, who will be facing off against Never Saw It Coming. This is going to be a very interesting matchup, and let's not waste any time and get into it right now. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. I'm honestly hoping Never Saw It Coming loses, so I don't have to keep saying its incredibly long and annoying name. But can Banana King do it? Never Saw It Coming gets the little grab in with that little saw on the lifting arm. That's its weapon. It's pretty unique. It has a saw on a lifting arm, hence the name Never Saw It Coming. As they push into Banana King, who, as their name implies, is banana themed. It has a big tri-bar spinner. As it gets slammed to the wall, they need space to spin up. Never Saw It Coming, just not giving Banana King any space, but Banana King finally gets that space, and Never Saw It Coming gets tumbled over as Banana King bounces off the wall. A lot of power in that tri-bar spinner. Never Saw It Coming is kind of a hard shape to grab on Banana King, but they're doing good in keeping their distance. Banana King just trying to. Something happens. Something flies off Banana King. I think that was one of their little tri-bar blades. It doesn't matter as Never Saw It Coming pushes them out of the arena, and just like that, they've earned their spot in the main competition. It's the banana has split. If you've ever seen a fighting robot and asked, what if it had a gun? Well, then you'll love our next competitor. Say hello to Quick Shot, a bot who shoots projectiles. Unfortunately, it has yet to see any real success, and it's actually never won a fight, hence why it's here. Hopefully that will change as they go into their next fight against Jerry, a very large vertical spinner. Jerry may have a powerful weapon, but their constant reliability issues are why they didn't make the initial cut. Both of these bots have a lot to prove. And now, let's head down to the box. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. Quick Shot taking aim as they fire right into Jerry's face, which doesn't really do anything. They fire another shot. They got one more shot to go, but I don't think it's going to matter, especially with that giant spinner of Jerry. They fired their last shot, and now, with all of its shots fired, Quick Shot is now just quick. It doesn't have any more firepower. It's now just a wedge. They contend with Jerry's massive spinner, so this could go wrong really fast as Jerry just gets some shots on the side, but fortunately, Quick Shot still acts as a really good wedge, despite not having an active weapon. Jerry just trying to do... there goes Jerry's entire spinner. It just broke off. This is what we talked about. It has reliability issues. The robot is too fragile for its own good. And I think they're down for the count. And despite not having an active weapon and the projectiles doing nothing, Quick Shot just earned its shot. And now it will be going to the main competition as Jerry's in pieces. Next up, we have Sword and Shield, who as the name implies has a sword and a shield. They'll be facing off against Fall Damage, a powerful flipper capable of throwing its opponents high into the sky. Who will come out on top in this interesting matchup? Let's find out right now. 3, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. Fall damage versus Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield has the same name as a Pokemon game. That isn't really relevant here. I don't know why I mentioned it, but what matters is that Fall damage just throwing Sword and Shield across the box and out of the arena. And just like that, they're out and Fall damage into the main competition. See ya. Thanks for playing. In our next fight, we have Terrific, a bot with a massive horizontal spinner meant to do as much damage as possible. They'll be fighting a redesigned version of the lifter bot known as Exo. Let's get into the fight right now. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. Here we go. Oh! And in one hit, both bots' weapons have been discombobulated. The entire spinner of Terrific has fallen off. But in the process, the lifting arm of Exo is now completely out of this plane of existence, and now it's just a pushing match. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. It's just a pushing match, and it would seem that Terrific, even without that weapon, it's still the lower bot as they get underneath Exo, who can't do anything. If they still had that lifter, they could flip him over, but they don't. Both bots are weaponless after that one hit, and I'd say that I gotta give the edge to Terrific so far. And Exo just doesn't have anything that they can really do as they get pushed into the screws. Terrific doing their best to take advantage of the situation. And this is just an interesting match because neither bot has a weapon. And who knows what could happen. All comes down to control. And it seems that Terrific is more controlled as they push Exo into every wall they can to make up for the lack of weapon. They push Terrific. Oh, and there you go. Exo, their wheel gets sucked into the screws. And now they're getting down from there. And it looks like Terrific is going to get the KO. They only got one hit with the weapon, but it was all they needed. And now they move on. Exo just got KO'd. Our next fight features Speedrun. As the name implies, Speedrun is easily the fastest bot in the competition. Unfortunately, this speed has not translated into success, as last season, the bot went 0-free and failed to make the top 32. It is for that reason the bot has been redesigned from the ground up. It features a better grabbing arm, a longer wheelbase, and a proper wedge to get underneath its opponents. They'll be faced off against the Best, a robot that features a unique grinding disc. Will the Best live up to its name? Let's find out now. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. This is, oh, huge hit there. Speedrun slams into the Best. And I think it's over. The wheels have been separated from the Best. And just like that, Speedrun lives up to its name, winning a fight in less than 5 seconds. That might be a new record, a new top time, as Speedrun shows what it's capable of as they get into the main competition. The Best isn't looking like the Best right now. In our next fight, we have the vertical spinner of Trash taking on the hammer of Heartbreak. Both of these bots went 0-free last season, which is why they didn't make the initial cut. But now they have one last chance to prove they belong in the main tournament. Who will be able to show that? Let's find out. Let's get into the fight right now. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. Trash spinning up that spinner, but Heartbreak brings down the hammer, attacking the top of Trash, not giving them much room to breathe. But Trash trying to get to the sides. They could do damage with that massive spinner if they can hit him right. Heartbreak just not letting them get... Oh, and the entire spinner of Trash is just flown off. It just broke off, so now Trash is weaponless. And I think it's safe to say Heartbreak is in the lead right now. They're dealing with an active weapon. Oh, and another piece comes off of Trash, and Trash slowly getting turned into Trash, courtesy of Heartbreak. Heartbreak slammed into them with that big wedge, hitting them with the hammer. Heartbreak just not giving Trash any time to do anything as they get pushed into the screws, and it would seem they're stuck. And I think it's safe to say that Trash is done. Heartbreak firing that hammer in excitement as they know that despite having a bad season, they're getting another chance and will be going into the main competition to show what they can do. Good job to Heartbreak. It's now time for our final fight before we start doing rumbles. In our final one-on-one fight, we have Claws, which has claws, going up against the dual disc spinner of Rotator, which is the same no matter what side it is. Which one of these bots will get an automatic spot in the competition? Only one way to find out. Let's get into it. Three, two, one. Let the bot battle begin, our final fight before we do the Redemption Rumbles. One of these bots will get an automatic spot in the main competition. The other will have to fight in those Rumbles, so they'd rather win now. A piece of Rotator comes off. Claws just showing their side for some reason. That's not good driving. There comes the disc grinding at the top of Claws. Claws just isn't doing so well right now. Rotator, they've never won a fight in their entire career. Neither has Claws. One of them will finally break new grounds. And those discs on Rotator should be powerful. They should be capable of doing damage. They just haven't been able to show it yet. Claws doesn't really know where they are right now. They aren't being that aggressive. Rotator's the one initiating most attacks, and Claws just is having drive issues, I believe. Rotator just getting pushed into Claws. Claws not doing a lot. I don't know if they're still mobile or what. Oh, Rotator throws a piece of its own face across the box. That's funny. But what's not funny is that Claws appears to be dead. They're not moving. I believe they're down for the count. We're starting a countdown. It looks like Rotator is going to rotate its way to its first ever victory and will get an automatic spot in the main competition, while Claws will be going into the Redemption Rumbles. And just like that, we've finished all of our one-on-one fights for the episode. All 11 winners have automatically become part of the roster for the full BattleBots at Home season. However, there is still one last spot available, meaning it's time to get into our 2 Redemption Rumbles in order to determine which 2 bots will fight each other for that final spot in the main competition. However, right away, it should be noted that the rules for Rumbles are a little bit different from one-on-one fights. They are extended from 3 minutes to 5 minutes, and bots are not counted out individually. A knockout will only happen when only one bot is left standing, and nothing else. With all that out of the way, let's get into our first Rumble. It consists of Chompy, Optical Illusion, Banana King, Jerry, and Exo. Time to see who will move forward. Let's head down to the box right now. 3, 2, 1. Let the rumble begin. Insanity begins as Banana King starts spinning up its banana-powered blade. Optical Illusion gets behind Jerry, and Chompy gets behind Optical Illusion, and something came off of someone. Jerry hits Optical Illusion once again, takes off their crushing arm, and already a lot is happening all at once. That's what happens in Rumbles. It's always hard to keep track of what's going on. Jerry really showing what they can do with that big spinning blade as they hit Optical Illusion once again. Exo now dueling with Chompy, pushing them around with that little lifting arm. Jerry once again targeting Optical Illusion. Optical Illusion pushes back, but they've split in half, and I think Optical Illusion may be down for the count. I don't think they'll be coming back as Banana King bounces off the walls into the other side of the arena. And it's just pure insanity as Exo gets a good lift on Jerry. Jerry returns the favor by throwing him across the room with that massive disc. A lot of damage done there. Banana King, one of their little brick things came off. Now Banana King's unbalanced. Speaking of coming off, there goes the lifting arm of Exo. They don't have a weapon anymore as Banana King's unbalanced. Speaking of without weapons, Chompy lost its hammer saw somewhere. I don't remember how. It's hard to keep track of Rumbles. And so far, I'm trying to remember who's actually still alive right now as Chompy gets thrown across the arena. And it would seem, at first glance, Jerry's the only bot still moving. The rest of the bots seem to be dead. And it seems that as the countdown begins, Jerry will be getting one step closer to getting to the main competition. And just like that, Jerry wins this Rumble in spectacular fashion. Such insanity. That's what you get when you do a Rumble. In our second Rumble, we have the Best, Super Hot, Brick, Claws, Trash, and Sword and Shield ready to battle out to decide who will fight Jerry for the final spot in the main competition. Let's get into it right now. 3, 2, 1. Let the rumble begin. 6 bots enter, but only 1 can leave alive. Trash decides to go after Sword and Shield first. Brick goes after Trash next. Super Hot figuring out who they should attack. The Best caught in between them and Claws. Super Hot bringing out a little pickaxe. I don't know how much damage it's doing, but it's interesting. Claws getting behind them and pushes them right into the screws. That's a really effective attack by Claws. Super Hot may just be the first bot to go as they're stuck in the screws. Yeah, I think Super Hot may be stuck. Also, there goes a piece of Brick. The Best just standing there while Claws duels out with Brick, but the Best finally attacks and they get underneath Brick, and here comes the Grinding Saw grinding the top of Brick as they're getting pummeled by Claws too. And meanwhile, Sword and Shield getting... Oh, there goes the... So much is happening at once. The entire spinner of Trash just flew off for no reason. Meanwhile, Claws going after Trash once again. Brick just trying to do what they can do, get out of that corner, as Claws pushes them back in there as they get hit with the Pulverizer. And here comes the Best once again to grind some more tops. That grinding disc, I don't know how much damage it's doing, but it is interesting. It is scoring points if this goes to the judges, but it probably won't. And we got all the bots in there, just in one place, all at once. It's hard to understand what's going on. Trash trying to do something, even though you don't have a weapon. And Brick just hasn't been able to get out of that corner. Meanwhile, Claws decides to attack Trash as Brick just pushes like several bots across. The Best is something, I don't know what's going on. Sword and Shield seems to have died as the Best is thrown into the wall once again. And their wheels have come off, which means the Best is now dead. Sword and Shield pushed across the box as well. I think they're also down for the count, especially as they are now getting hit and pummeled by the Pulverizer. There goes one of the arms. Trash is also upside down, and I think they may be dead as well. And so far, we've seen so much action, and it hasn't even been 2 minutes yet. Claws and Brick have decided to duel it out. I think they may be the last two bots remaining. Claws gets a good shove in and shoves them into the wall. Brick has been flipped over. They can't sell right, but Claws' wheels and bottom plate has detached, and no one is moving. I think all the bots are dead. Are we gonna have a winner? Wait, Super Hot. Oh, Super Hot hitting the wall with its axe. Can it get off the screws? And they do! And I think that's going to be it. Super Hot is the only bot remaining. The Best is down for the count. As you can see, Sword and Shield and Trash have been trashed. And Brick and Claws killed each other. And just like that, Super Hot wins by doing nothing. This may be controversial, but they're the last bot standing. And just like that, Super Hot will face off against Jerry for a spot in the main competition. Here we are, the final fight of the episode. There is only one spot left in the main competition, and now two machines will battle each other to prove who deserves to compete in BattleBots At Home Season 3. These two bots are Jerry and Super Hot. Jerry's a robot that's always had potential, but his reliability issues have been holding it back from being a top tier bot. However, its incredible Rumble win may be proof that it finally has what it takes to compete with the best of the best. Super Hot, on the other hand, doesn't seem to have that effective a weapon, and it mostly won its Rumble because of sheer luck, because all the other bots killed each other. However, maybe its luck may just be enough to get it into the main competition. The tournament dreams of one of these bots will end before it even begins. The other will earn a spot in the biggest fan-made robot competition tournament of all time. Who will it be? Who will get the final spot? Let's find out right now. Three, 2, 1. Let the bot battle begin. This is for who will get the final spot in BattleBots At Home Season 3. The two bots clashing with each other as Jerry gets slammed into the wall, hit by the Pulverizer. They're getting good attacks on the sides of Super Hot. Both of these bots are known for being kind of fragile as Super Hot gets behind Jerry and starts picking at them with that pickaxe. Not sure how much damage it's doing, but it should be scoring points if it goes to the judges. But Jerry's going to make sure that doesn't happen as they spin up that deadly speed. But once again, Super Hot getting behind. They're really good at getting behind Jerry. That should be good. Super Hot has been split in half once again. And I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. They're not moving. We've begun a countdown. Jerry keeps attacking them. But Super Hot seems to be dead, and just like that, Jerry will get the final spot in BattleBots At Home Season 3 as their own wheels break off, but they were the last spot still moving. Super Hot got counted out first, and Jerry will move on. And just like that, after an amazing night of fights, we've officially concluded our pre-qualifiers. Just to recap: Snake, Hypnotizer, Length, Smasher, Never Saw It Coming, Quick Shot, Fall Damage, Terrific, Speedrun, Heartbreak, Rotator, and Jerry have all officially qualified for the main competition. We look forward to seeing all these bots in BattleBots at Home Season 3. Unfortunately, it will still be quite a while before the season officially begins, but next week we'll reveal all the other bots that already qualified, and you'll meet our full 64 bot roster for the season. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.